Hey, good afternoon. So I'm starting my Easter dinner for tomorrow for a family of 2 since we are social distancing, but I'm baking a cake. And I have had some people ask me if I would show them how to make a cream cheese pound cake. So since my sister Jennifer White, she made for y'all Southern homemade biscuits yesterday, I decided to go ahead and do my cream cheese pound cake. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our ingredients. But the first thing I'm going to say is this cake was the first cake that I ever made. This is the first one my mother ever taught me how to make. And I made it every single week until I got it right. And if it failed, we ate it. If it didn't taste good, we ate it. So it really didn't matter. So anyway, so right now we're going to start with our ingredients. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start out with flour. And what you're going to do is you're going to use all-purpose flour, which is your, I use White Lily all-purpose flour. We are White Lily friends. So I'm using White Lily flour and it's all-purpose. So that's what you're going to do. We're going to use 3 cups of this. And the next thing we're going to use is we're going to use baking powder. And that's going to be a half a teaspoon of baking powder on there. So, and then we have, of course, our eggs. So you need 6 large eggs. And all of this needs to be at room temperature before you do this. And I can't believe my sister just talked me into doing this. I'm going to kill her for this. So anyway, and then we have 3 sticks of butter. So what I've got here is everything is softened. I've got 3 sticks of butter and I've got my 8-ounce cream cheese. And it's already softened in there. I've got my 6 eggs and I've already cracked my eggs. I am very much of a preparer on this. So I've got my eggs ready to go. And I also have my flour. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 3 cups of sugar, 3 sticks of butter, and an 8-ounce cream cheese. I did not say this was waist healthy, waist friendly, because it is not. So, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this added. So let me grab my sugar. I've got my handy dandy sugar. And I can give y'all some sugar too. Mwah. I miss y'all. So we're going to do 3 cups of sugar. This is a half a cup. When you're measuring for your for these, make sure that you measure precisely. I don't generally measure anything when it comes to baking, I do measure everything. So I just wanted y'all to know that. So there's 1 cup. 2 cups. 3 cups. 3 cups of flour sitting there. So we're going to take this and let me grab the paddle that I like to use. So we're going to put my attachment on. I should have had this ready to go, but I didn't. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to add in our butter and our cream cheese. So let's go ahead and dump this stuff in. Oh, it's going to be messy. Oh, it's messy. I keep a towel on hand because I will make a mess. So I always have my towel, my handy dandy towel. And I keep it ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and cream this. When you're creaming this, make sure that that you cream it real good. Let me hang on just a second. Let me go ahead and get this creamed, okay? Let's see here. Hey Susan, watch the beginning. What you making? I'm making a cream cheese pound cake, a homemade one. I've been asked a lot, Kelly, on how to make that. So hey Bertha, hey Treva. So we're going to go ahead and mix this all up until this is good and smooth. So let's go ahead and get this. So I'm going to push it down. And let's continue mixing it. All right, that's good. So now what we're going to do is when you're baking, you want to start with flour and you're going to end with flour. So we're going to start. This is my flour and my baking powder. My baking powder is in here already. I've got it mixed in together. So, hey Terry, So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add 1 egg at a time. You're only going to mix this until it is incorporated. Don't mix too much because you'll get a very dense cake, a pound cake when it comes out. So start right here. Let's add just a little bit of flour. And you can just eyeball it when you're adding it. Just mix it until it is incorporated. Done. Then we are going to add our eggs. So we've got 6 eggs in here. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. And then all we're going to do is mix it until it's incorporated. Done. Now we're going to add some more flour. And we're going to continue this process until we've used all of our flour and all of our eggs, ending with flour. Done. Let's add an egg. Mix that up. Take your spoon, make sure everything is still down from the sides. Okay, let's add some flour. See, all I'm doing is adding a little bit at a time and mixing it just a little bit at a time. Kelly, I want to go back to school too. I miss everybody so much. So let's add 1 more egg. I miss my kids. And then we've got that mixed. So then we're going to add some more flour. Oh, don't worry your flour, which I just did. Okay, and then we're going to add another egg. Mix it, just until it's incorporated. Again, don't over mix. And then add some more flour. And mix it. Thanks, T. Okay, and we're going to add our last egg. And we're going to mix. And then we're going to add the last little bit of our flour in here. So I'm just going to lift this up and dump that in. And again, you just want to mix it. So, so there we go. So there's our mixture. We have 2 tablespoons of milk. Sometimes the batter can get a little bit heavy, so I like to add a little bit of milk to it. And then I'm going to add in my vanilla. And it's 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So we'll go ahead and get that added in as well. So sometimes I go over just a little bit. I don't think you have enough vanilla, do you? Okay, we're going to mix this just again until it's mixed. And we are done. So we are all finished. And I will take my ladle. I'm going to show you what the batter is going to look like. It is lumpy. If it's lumpy, it's okay. It's all right because you don't want to overmix it. Okay, let me take this off. Let's see if I can get this off now. So this is what the batter looks like. Okay, it is really, it's really a smooth now. So it's got a few little lumps in it, and that's okay. That's all right. This recipe is so versatile. You can add, I've added dry strawberries to this along with strawberry flavoring. I've substituted 1 teaspoon of vanilla for a teaspoon of strawberry flavoring and put dried strawberries in it. I do a black walnut pound cake. I put a teaspoon of black walnut flavoring and a half a cup to a cup of black walnuts. My sister has done a lemon cake this way. So this is going to be, once you get this, this will be your go-to cake. Amanda, this is really for you because I know you've been asking, you were asking. So, but this will be your go-to cake. This is so versatile. Hey, Colleen. So anyway, what you're going to do is you make sure your oven is preheated at 325. You're going to take this batter. I have a pan that is already greased and floured because I'm prepared. And we're going to go ahead and put this in. And we're just gonna kind of go around it a little bit. We're not gonna dump it all on one side. I'll show you in a minute. I miss y'all so much. I hope y'all are having a good Saturday and staying safe, and with all this social distancing going on and wearing masks. And I miss my friends at school. I miss my ladies at school. I miss my kiddos. But it's something we have to do right now. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in. Now, if you want to make this cake plain like I'm doing, because I love a good old plain cream cheese pound cake. If you want to, you can make you a strawberry sauce or a glaze to go on this. And it will be absolutely delicious. I make a homemade salted caramel sauce that I love to put on mine. So anyway, so this is the finished product. Well, not finished, but to bake. So that's what it's going to look like. See, it's not even perfect in there. But as it smooths down, it will. I'll just give it a shush, shush, and a shush, and a shush. Y'all, I have taught my children to make this cake for a long time. Hey, Tracy, I have taught my kids to make this cake. And actually, my daughter, Katie, who is a captain in the Marine Corps, she is baking the same cake today. So she has called me. So this is how we do it. If you don't have white lily flour, that's okay. If you use another all-purpose flour, make sure you sift it, because white lily is a real soft and a real fine flour, and that's why we love it. My mom used it growing up. I've used many different flours, and I always revert back to this one. So, but if you do, just make sure you're sifting your flour, okay? Don't use any salt, because your butter is salted. So it's going to have enough salt in the cake without adding any extra salt. And I think that's going to be about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake this for an hour and a half on 325. I'm going to start looking at it in about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. I will put a picture on Facebook of the finished product. And Amanda, I hope this helped you. Anybody else that wanted this recipe, I hope it helped you. I know we've had a lot of requests for them. So I hope you enjoy. And thanks for tuning in. See you later. Bye.